So, you might be looking at this setup here today and be thinking, Chris, what's with the pile of dishes? Those aren't mine. That's the roommate's. I'm not doing them for him. But then you also might be thinking, why are there just onions here? What dish is this? It's just pickled onions. I'm just teaching you how to pickle red onions. I keep these in my fridge at all times. Actually, just always have a batch. I think they last for a month. So if I haven't killed the current batch at the end of the following month, I toss them and make a new batch. Like, it's literally just a monthly chore for me at this point to make a new set of pickled onions. I guess this is a quick tutorial on how to cut an onion, right? So you cut it in half, and then any loose skin you can get off there, because it might make your knife slip. Cut the top, cut the bottom, and then get the skin off. This one's completely up to you. You can either gently peel the skin off, or if you don't care and you got a big onion and you don't mind being a little wasteful, you can just grab the whole outer layer, just toss it. It's a lot faster. Sometimes you get lucky and it all kind of comes off pretty easily, like this one. It's not even that easy. Like, now I got this onion goo layer here. That's never tasty. No one wants the onion goo. That's why a non-zero amount of the time, I just grab the whole first layer and throw it. Also, because I've had plenty of times where underneath this first layer is a second layer with an onion skin. Don't know how that happens, but it just does. Or like this time I grabbed far too much. What is that? That's 2 layers of onion. I'm not that wasteful. My God, give me this layer back. You can cut your onion into whichever looking like slices you would like. I prefer them to be bigger. I don't like the little mince, so you can go straight across like this, right? If you cut it this way, you're gonna get rings like these, right? Which are always nice. You wanna give them a quick separation if you can. Peel them apart. One of the negatives of doing it this way is you'll get bigger slices like that. If you don't want that, don't cut them this way. One of the negatives of doing it this way is you'll get bigger slices like that. If you don't want that, don't cut them this way. What true words of wisdom. If you don't want them to look like that, don't cut them like that. Wow, so smart. Oh man, I'm crying. I got a bunch of onion juice in my eye. Oh, if you use a sharp knife, you don't get as much onion juice in your eye. But I just accidentally dug my nail into an onion while I was trying to separate it. Just launched it into my eyes. So now another look of onion that you can do is straight across this way. This is the most optimal, in my opinion. And then at the end, you just kind of grab a couple of those. Because this, you get just straight rings, right? Straight, perfect rings. I think this is your best option, but some people don't want that, right? Some people like the thicker rings, cutting it the other way. I'm not those people. And then on the end, you can see these are just your little, oh, I just flicked more onion juice in my eyes. Oh man, woo, I'm crying. I normally don't cry from this because I don't try so hard to separate it. Let's say you don't want your rings to be full rings. You can go halfway through, but don't cut all the way. And then boom, half moons. Well, I guess quarter moons. The other ones are half moons. Then you get these quarter pieces, which, you know, are nice for some things. Smaller pieces of onion like this, they go better in like a chili or a soup or something. But that's up to you. It looks like this old pickle jar is completely full. So I got a half an onion left. Probably chop it up and throw it in my dinner. Do whatever you want with this. You know, it's a half an onion. Your call. Grab some white vinegar. Take your jar. Fill it up a little bit more than halfway. Oh, that's probably good. That was probably 3/4 of the way. This is not an exact science, I'm gonna be honest. How many times am I gonna say I'm gonna be honest? I have to cut that all the time. Top it off with water. Come over to the stove. Turn it on, put your lid back on, spill half of it on the counter, and just block it, and dump it in so you get the right amount of fluid in the pan without getting too many little bits of onion in there. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but you prefer not to. You want to get this up to a boil, a light boil, nothing crazy. This is not required. You can add any seasonings that you want, whatever spices you want in there, go for it. I just have some pickling spices from one time when I tried to make pickles and failed. So I'm just gonna throw them in there. It really can't hurt. I also sometimes make this where I literally just chop up the onion, throw it into a empty container of pickles, right? Just the empty pickle jar, and that's it, you know? You can add extra vinegar. I just use the leftover pickle juice and then pickle them in that. So while this is getting up to a boil, you're gonna wanna throw in some salt and about a teaspoon of sugar, not a ton. Maybe 2 teaspoons, up to you. Like I said, this is where things kinda get pretty custom here. You can do whatever the hell you feel like with your pickled onions. This is just what I'm doing with this batch. It changes all the time though. I recommend mixing this up with a spoon instead of just swirling it like I am. This is how you burn yourself. All right, the boil has just started. Take it off the heat, dump it back into the jar. top your jar off with vinegar. You can try and slam the lid on it. You can not slam the lid on it, up to you. And remember, this was just, boiling, so it's gonna be very hot to the touch. You could take advantage and wipe off all the previous stickiness from the pickle jar. You will be actively burning your hands, though. Keep that in mind, Risk reward. It's up to you. And if you want to do this, it is exclusively for the aesthetics. My God, that hurts. Don't do this. This could make it break because you're putting cold water on a boiling hot jar. Perfect. Throw the lid on it. Don't hold it like I am, because it will hurt pretty bad unless you have pretty heat resistant hands. I've burnt these a lot. That's it. Wait 24 hours and they're done. Honestly, you can wait 2 hours and they'll be done, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, it's been 24 hours and they're gonna get darker and darker pink as time goes. What you can see in there, they're pretty pink. They have a good crunch, great vinegary taste. Those spices are actually coming through. These are just fantastic. I mean, they're just little pieces of onion. You can eat them straight if you want, but they're mainly a condiment. As an example, here's some avocado toast. Got it with green sriracha and red sriracha. God, it's so good. Go out and make them. It's so messy though. I don't know how I'm gonna turn this camera off. I'll see you guys next time. It's gonna be another national dish next video. I swear, I'm done with the onion content.